Welcome to the MercyRock Kids Talent Podcast, where we help you as parents discover your children's talents early and possibly even their careers too. I'm Professus King, aka the R10 lawyer, and today we are going to look at talent mixes. Our objective is to discuss how you can mix your child's talents so that they can become uniquely excellent and outperform their peers. So let's start with the story of one girl's sentimental journey. Over a century ago, in a land beyond the Atlantic, a little girl lives. She has a music box in her heart, and with each beat of her heart, a lullaby plays. And the notes it plays, so also play a smile on her face, tunes a rhythm into her body, and enchants her feet with a beat. This little girl can dance, but she is 5. So being so young, her grandmother escorts her to dance classes almost daily. She learns acrobatics, so it is as though she can twirl between stars. She learns ballet, so that her grace exceeds that of swirling ribbons of moonlight. And she takes personality classes too, so that her playful spirit outshines the spring sun. Yes, this girl is a delight to our world, such that she makes even the stars giggle and twinkle brighter at the sight of her. So the girl thinks to herself, perhaps I will perform. Perhaps I will be a dancer. Perhaps I may be a ballerina. Soon, this little girl of sunshine finds her own little boy of moonlight to dance with. And together, they waltz through many competitions. They win. Soon, the angels of talent discover her. Now, she's set for Hollywood. But one day, after a fare-thee-well party, she's in a car when a train hits her. Stars, talents, and scars scatter everywhere. She blinks once, and she sees her broken leg. She blinks twice, and learns she's in a nursing bed. Now she fully wakes and checks that the little music box in her heart still plays. It does. Though sad, her star never dulls. She stares at her leg and tells herself, every break is a good one. So now, unable to dance and slowly recovering, she listens to music on the radio and sings. At first, the stars do not like the sound of her voice, so they dim, flee and scatter in response. But soon, she copies what she hears, her favorite voice being Ella Fitzgerald's. Naturally, the stars come back and sway in audience of the little girl's new voice. The girl's mother is quick to take her to voice lessons, and her teacher hears the voice of destiny and offers her 3 lessons a week for the charitable price of 1. Time sings on, and the girl, now grown, uses her personality classes to act, her voice lessons to sing, and her dance training to become one of the greatest musical and romantic comedy actresses ever. And her name is the glorious Doris Day. It makes you think, doesn't it? The things people have to go through to succeed. Okay, so we're talking about talent mixes. Let's begin with a definition. A talent mix is when a child has multiple talents which work together in one field to make them uniquely excellent. We see this with Doris Day. What are her talents? Dancing, singing, and acting. How do they work together? She uses singing, dancing, and acting in her musicals, such as Calamity Jane, to set herself apart. And which field does she use her talents in? Entertainment, mostly film. So you see here that you want your child to not only use a talent, but to maximize the full range of their talents. You see, it's not simply about identifying the talent, but that you also maximize the use of each category of talent. This increases your child's uniqueness and dexterity in one field relative to others. So let's review Doris's gifts again to see how they broaden her range and make her uniquely exceptional relative to others. Talent 1. She dances. This allows her to not only perform in normal drama films, but in musicals too, expanding her opportunities. Talent 2. She sings. Well. This enables her to star in those musicals and perform classic songs like Que Sera Sera. This also gives her two potential streams of income, while simultaneously driving fans from one genre of her work, say from her music, into another genre, her films. Conversely, lovers of her films can later discover her songs and buy those as well. And talent 3, she acts, specifically comedic acting. This makes her ambidextrous, so she can move back and forth between drama and comedic roles, such as her romantic comedy films like Pillow Talk. This means when opportunities dry up in one area of acting, she can easily switch to the other to stay in work. Note bene. Parents, what do you and I know that your child doesn't yet know? That skills pay the bills, baby. So as a parent, you would do well to help your child discover and realize such breadth in their gifts. Why? Because owing to the internet, the world is becoming increasingly competitive and secret sources of income are becoming fewer. Accordingly, helping your child open up their opportunities the Doris Day way, through enlightening them on their range of gifts, can help bulletproof them against the economic storms of life. AI is here. Technology will compete with humans, so the ability to pivot within talents like Doris Day will be even more critical to your child's survival long after you're gone. So one final thing. Let me magnify your focus to how Doris Day's childhood activities directly mirrored the revelation of her gift mix that she would use as an adult. This is the part you as a parent will have to do for your children. Check out the diet of activities Doris has taken to as a child, and note the direct correlation to her career decades later. First, she was taken for personality classes. This was essential, not simply for acting, but for her comedic acting. Doris was uniquely gregarious and playful in her romantic comedies, which was a direct expression of her personality. Running in duet with this, note that she never took formal acting lessons. I would argue she didn't need to, owing to these classes she took as a child. Second, Doris was escorted by her grandmother to dance training, specifically ballet, acrobatic, and tap. This allowed her to not only star in musicals, but shine in them. Given that there were a broad range of musical styles in Doris's time, it's likely directors and supporting dancers loved that she could understand their language of dance. And finally, singing lessons. This was Doris's unearthed talent, the one she didn't know she had till her accident forced it out. Her mother moved quickly to take her to vocal lessons, possibly to keep her spirits up and hopes up as well, post-accident, which was very wise. So we learn two things here. First, Doris's mother and grandmother's initiative of taking her to such lessons were critical to her greatness. That is, the parental figures in Doris's life, which is you, were essential to the foundations of her success. And second, her lessons, whether deliberate or otherwise, were all in one related field: entertainment. So parents, what are the next steps for you? First, figure out whether your child has multiple talents. Like Doris Day, some of these may need to be unearthed by helping your child explore multiple activities. Start wide by letting them try many things. I'll discuss a structure for categorizing this in future. Second, when you get a general sense of your child's area of gifting, then start narrowing the focus of the activities to talents which could potentially work together to make your child special. And finally, have one field in mind that all these talents can work together in. It must be an area your child loves and has the giftings for. They don't necessarily need to be amazing yet, as practice will refine the skills needed for them to be successful. Hot diggity damn! Is it time to wrap up already? Okay. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Till next time, this is Professus King, aka the R10 Lawyer, out.